Good afternoon, this is your street. So you're coming up outside my office, and today gonna be a very special video review and a retrospective on Mortal Kombat from 1995 from New Line Cinema / Warner Brothers, and directed by Paul W. S. Anderson. And a great little action, based off a video game from the early 90s from the arcades. Mortal Kombat, based solely on it, and just my little 2 cents on it and all that, ladies and gentlemen. And let's start the show. And what I think about it, on my reviews, is Mortal Kombat. Wow, amazing. I was 11 years old when it came out in theaters, so it was the perfect demographic for kids my age. The CG was spot on. This was, back in the mid-90s, and I mean, the only one that made the exception with the CGI was James Cameron with The Abyss, 1989, and with Terminator 2, Judgment Day, 91, and still to this day, both of those movies look like they was made, last year. They were just amazing. It's unbelievable. This is for you, James Cameron. I know that was, on a tangent. Let's get back on the track here. But yeah, back to Mortal Kombat, the CGI. Yeah, I still enjoy it. I say, forgive them. Now, and also with the rating, yeah, PG-13. That didn't bother me because even back then. This is no wave. Back in the 90s, whether, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we did had, quote unquote, SJWs, but they were called politically correct, the PCU. So there's no way that was going to happen. So, and people were a lot more saner back then as well. You had morals, you had family values, and yeah, lots of television shows based on the family unit, the housing unit. Husband, wife, marriage, couples, and yeah. So having Mortal Kombat rated R in the mid '90s, it's a generation thing. It's a generation thing, ladies and gentlemen. So, but that didn't bother me at all because I was 11. I was able to watch it. And same with the Street Fighter '94 that came out a year, earlier. Love that movie too. We'll do a review on that one as well. Back to Mortal Kombat 95, and I was a fan of it. Raiden is my main, and love them, and love Christopher Lambert. I think that's how you say it properly. French actor, and he stole the show as Raiden. And yeah, I know I've heard from friends, I heard from friends, movie reviewers about, how come that you cast the comic relief to be Raiden. Being 11 years old, you don't really care for that stuff, we grew up if you're from the early to mid 80s, you just want to sit back and relax, eat the popcorn, eat the pizza, drink the Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and the Fanta, and the Sprite, and the Mountain Dews, and potato chips and nachos, and just kick back and relax, just entertain yourself. And so yeah, so I didn't care for that either, It's nice to have a little chuckle. And yes, I know the game was, let's be realistic here, ladies and gentlemen. The game had that, had like a rated R, YA Coyote, Warner Brothers, Looney Tunes, violence. You got people ripping my heads off and spines, and come on now, let's be real here. Even in the games, the rated mature was cartoony at best. If they didn't kick it up to a notch until, it still is. It's still laughable. With Mortal Kombat in 2011 and Mortal Kombat 10, Mortal Kombat 11. Every time I see those X-rays and fatalities, I laugh. I be like, so that's my little, that's my take on it. And the actors, they did a great, Robin Shaw, Liu Kang, stunt man, kung fu, very legit, and I like this character arc, and how you pronounce his name? Carrie, oh, do forgive me, you know, the actor that played Shang Tsung. Oh man, do forgive me. I know, and he did a great job at Shang Tsung. In fact, you know, the nostalgia kicked in when, when he was in Mortal Kombat 11. I said, wow, it's like the 90s all over again. And yes, do forgive me for butchering your name, Mr. Carey. It's a great job. And Lyndon Ashby is Johnny Cage. Perfect. I loved every moment. Another show stealer, you know. Perfect Johnny Cage and, you know, Lyndon Ashby. And yeah, I was so sad when he wasn't in the sequel. But, you know, we'll get to that one later, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get that to much, much later. And did a great job. You know, his scenes was believable and all that. And, you know, and the Art Ling character. Why, still to this day, ladies and gentlemen, I want Art Ling to be a guest in the Mortal Kombat games. I don't know. That's just me. I mean, remember him, Art Ling? You know, the guy that, you know, copied some of Johnny Cage moves and said, nah, hey, take it from me. Those moves can't, there's no way that you fake those moves. Yeah, tell that to the press. Yeah, and now we get to Bridget Wilson, who plays Sonya Blade. Oh, boy. Now we get to a little bit of a negative. I mean, she did a very, very... People talk about, you know, well, we're not going to bring her into this. But yeah, her acting was wooden and it was just wooden. It was stiff. You can tell she was just phoning it in. And, you know, special kudos and shout out to Sandra Hess, who was in Mortal Annihilation, who did a great, phenomenal job, even in that abysmal, you know, mess of a mess called Mortal Annihilation. You know, if Hess was in Mortal Kombat 95, oh, that would have got, hands down, I would have gotten a masterpiece. But, you know, it is, but it would have got much better reviews instead of having, you know, Sonya Blade from 95 to just look pretty much. Just a real pretty face, and that's about in the girl CGI slash, you know, puppeteer, amazing. Still looks amazing to this day. You know, still looks amazing. You know, Scorpion, Sub-Zero. The costumes look pretty. They look accurate, video game accurate. You know, some people, you know, they have like some you know, beef with the costume, but I say, oh, the costumes were spot on. That is a plus. I mean, now Street Fighter a year previously, no, no, definitely attack Street Fighter the movie for bad costumes. Mortal Kombat, they put effort into it. And let's see, Shang Tsung, phenomenal, excellent, and even in the, let me see, in the, oh, the locations, oh, phenomenal, oh man, you know. And then I heard that the movie made $100 million out of like 18 million. Wow, they did a great job. I mean, wow. And then Mortal Kombat Annihilation happens and ruins all of that up until this year, 2021, with the new slash reboot Mortal Kombat. And my thoughts on that, ladies and gentlemen, you know, why Johnny Cage isn't on it, and that's about it. So I'm about to see what else can I think about. The fight scene, oh, the fight scenes was amazing. Liu Kang versus the Rasta Man. You know, Liu Kang, I think the worst fight scene Liu Kang was in was with Katana, which was just okay, really. I mean, wow. And Katana, she was, I mean, she did the part, you know, Talisa Soto. Yeah, she did the part, you know. The fight scene was just, okay, really? As smooth as on. And then a movie friend of mine named Movie Mash Delboy brought up some very interesting, you know, points and all of that. To how Mortal Kombat was just jumping all over the place. It was just all over. You know, you go from Cage to Liu Kang to Cage and Sonya, who gets kidnapped, and she looks, wow, I didn't notice that. I really didn't. So here's you, Delboy. And another, special shout out to Davey from the 80s, the Cinema Chop Shop, who brought up another interesting, several interesting facts to, with Sonya, I say her name, what's her name, Bridget Wilson. Like, yeah, I didn't notice how stiff and wooden she was until now. I was like, wow, I overlooked at that. And yeah, very, very, very much so. And I think that's about it. That's about it. So they're shouting, those two gentlemen out, movie buffs, movie legends, and movie icons on the Facebook Movie Mash site. And I think that's about it, ladies and gentlemen, for my retrospective review on Mortal Kombat 95. And the soundtrack, amazing, phenomenal, flawless. And I'm about to end it here. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, just yours truly. I'm about to sign off. Peace, love, and happiness. Take it easy now and fight.